That's one.
I gotta keep it a band with you, bro. Okay, for me, I'm not talking about like casual stuff. For me, I'm like, you're telling me that they traded Kendrick Nunn, who by the way, like, no disrespect to Kendrick Nunn, but he was playing some of the worst basketball in his career.
Bro, I think he's playing overseas now, Gifted. I think
he's not even in the league right now, people. He was playing that bad, and like, while I wasn't like gassing Rui, it's like they got like a second for that. First off, he's not on the Wizards anymore. You get a younger player that has the size. Before he got traded, said he wanted to go to the Lakers, goes to the team he wants to go to, and more importantly, you get bigger. Because my main issue with this team, and this gets into your head coach, obviously, you know, Darvin Ham, the amount of lineups they just had, so many small wingspans of guys that didn't play defense featured in these lineups. Adding Rui into me automatically is like, okay, we now have size. Okay, we have a guy that has the frame to play defense. Has he been great? Not really, but the situation in DC also hasn't been great. So in my mind, it's like, that is a steal. Like, I'm like, how did the Lakers do that? But a lot of other people were so depressed and traumatized from how the season was going. They were like, that don't mean shit. That don't mean shit.
Like, Rui? We don't care. That's not giving us a championship, you know? We don't care.
And then meanwhile, this dude Rui in the playoffs is just knock down sniper. And trust me, we gonna get to the playoffs. As a Warriors fan, we'll get to the playoffs. We gonna say that part. But yeah, so basically, you get Rui, and then after that, you make the blockbuster Westbrook trade. Now, I want to be clear with this, okay? I was one of the people, and again, Rome, what I say on Spaces, I say in real life, I say on the show, I'm very consistent.
Consistent.
Yes, I was saying that trading Westbrook, to me, if you don't get a package bag that can help LeBron James and AD compete at their age, to me, you're letting go of future capital, not sure of what the future will be. Now, the trade you guys did was literally the perfect thing you could do. And a big part of my rationale for saying they probably shouldn't pull the trigger is the person pulling the trigger was not looked at fondly as like this matchmaker guy. Like, Rob Pelinka was not looked at to be this king fleecer who can't do no wrong. And he literally proved everybody wrong by making the moves that he made. I mean, you guys get D'Lo, who was playing decent enough basketball for Minnesota. I had questions about his fit there, but for the Lakers, fit in well. You got Beasley, another guy who can space. But more importantly, you added to the defensive identity that has won the team championships by getting Vanderbilt in there, who like instantly changed the defense when he stepped on the floor. Walk me through your feelings of the Russell Westbrook trade.
Okay. I want to go back just a little bit because I like what you said about Rob Pelinka.
Sure. So
going into the season, Rob Pelinka got an extension. He got a 4-year extension, and it aligned with Darvin Ham when we signed Darvin Ham, and it was literally like under wraps. Like Jeannie Buss came out and was like, I don't know who leaked, you know, the fact that, you know, we gave him an extension. Like, it was to that point because he got so much scrutiny, and he was like, man, like, it was like, dude, Rob can't get deals done. Like, that started to become the narrative, you know, after the initial Westbrook trade. Like, it was like, dude, Rob, what? This guy doesn't know get this guy out of here. And so for him to get an extension and it kind of be under wraps, like in secret, it was like, dude, what is going on? There's some type of collusion. There's some type of like, all the type of conspiracies were coming out. So Rob, I mean, like you said, Rob was under fire before these type of trades. And like, obviously with Rui being the start, but so let's go to the deadline. Let's go a couple days before the deadline. We missed out on Kyrie Irving in the summer. It didn't go through. Joe Tsai and Sean Marks were just not, they wasn't going for it. Kyrie Irving demands a trade a couple days before the trade deadline. So every Laker fan diverts all of their energy and all of the attention back to Kyrie Irving, to Russell Westbrook, and whatever filler that we could possibly get, right? And, you know, that was an ongoing thing for a few days. And you know, we were covering it a lot. We covered, I think, every single day. I think we were
every day was the trending topic. Yeah.
It was an everyday thing, you know, talking about it, all the trade rumors and everything. And, you know, I think it was weird because during that time, if you remember, that was also when LeBron James broke the record for all-time points. And so that was a game we lost. Anthony Davis didn't have a good game. Russell Westbrook was kind of erratic. Russell Westbrook actually was like arguing on the bench, like with the coaching staff. Like it was rough. And like that
very
was
emotional,
that was a very like, it was like, yes, LeBron got, did something that like we've never seen, but wow, we still suck. It was like a kind of like so when you had that, you had the turmoil within the team, you had the Kyrie Irving saga that ended up ending in the Dallas Mavericks swooping in and taking our guy away again, right? Like that was like, dang, we almost got Kyrie. Like maybe we can salvage this season with Kyrie. And then he goes to Dallas. So you got to remember, it was like, okay, where do we pivot? Like, where do we go from here? So, and we're trying to outline every possible scenario. Like maybe we go back to Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. Like what's going to happen?
Bro, and y'all kept talking about that Miles Turner Buddy Hield trade since preseason. And then that died. So it's like, shit, well, if that's dead, where do we go?
What do we do?
Right.
What do we do? So, a trade that no one predicted. I didn't predict. No, I don't think anyone predicted.
Nobody.
D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, who at the time I think was leading the league in like 3 points made or something crazy like that, like
something like that.
Utah. And then Jared Vanderbilt, who I think Jared Vanderbilt's funny. Jared Vanderbilt kind of reminds me of like he's like a very niche player. I know a lot of people started to man, this guy could really play when he was on the Lakers, but Gifted, I know you're a basketball junkie. Like, if you knew who Vanderbilt was before, everyone kind of felt, Vanderbilt's one of those guys. You put Vanderbilt on a contender, he's gonna impact the team, right? Like I remember, people were we should go. I'd trade a first for him. Like I wouldn't, maybe protecting one. Like,
and then he goes for second. What's really like
so the craziest part about this trade, the craziest part about the trade for me was, okay, so we got off Russell Westbrook's contract. We got shooting, right? Malik Beasley, like I said, he was one of the, like, he literally was like leading the league in 3-point makes. We got Vanderbilt, who was like I said, if you knew who he was, you were kind of happy about that deal. Just Beasley and Vanderbilt was like, hey, bro, like, listen, like, I'm not mad at this. You got off of not only Russ, but Damian Jones for the Lakers was a bust. We were happy with that signing. That was a signing that was like, yo, Damian Jones is gonna be a guy.
I was rooting for Damian Jones, man.
Man, because he played on the Lakers previously, and he was amazing for us. Like, and he was only on the team for about I think a 10-day contract. But people were mad that we didn't retain him, and it was over Andre Drummond. But that's neither here nor there. So Damian Jones was a bust. Juan Toscano-Anderson's fresh off a title with the Warriors. So we're like, yo, this guy 3-and-D maybe. He could kind of play, make a little bit. I could put him on our best wings. A bust for the Lakers. Was not good. Was not good. Objectively, was not good for the Lakers. And so you're getting off those type of players too, right? And you're like, wait a second. So we opening up roster spots and we're, getting something back that we can use. And like, Gifted, we would always have conversations about whether or not we should trade. And like, my argument to you was always like, look, Anthony Davis and LeBron James are playing at a level where you don't need that much. Like, you just need competency around them. You just need guys that kind of make sense. You don't need these world beater type dudes. You don't need another all-star. You just need guys that are going to play their role. And And it was like, look, we've won a championship with this 2-star layout where like, yo, these guys are going tit for tat. And like, they literally like were playing, I'm telling you, at different parts of the year, LeBron and AD were like taking turns looking like one of the best players in the world.
Anthony Davis was a defensive player of the year. Like, I literally have his advanced measures in front of me. He was like a +9 when he was on the floor. The way that he was elevating those units, it got so bad, Rome. I had Lakers fans telling me Thomas Bryant was a good defender. When he was on the floor with AD, they had the best defense in the league. When AD was off, it was the worst defense. That's the impact of Anthony Davis, for sure.
And it changed in the playoffs, but we'll go to that later. But